But we are now into the second phase of picking. That Spectre is going to be picked up by Execration. They get rid of the Terrorblade 2. They just don't want to deal with it. We know Boom have a tendency to sway towards that one. And then Boom panning out the Jug, the Darkseer, and then picking up the Bristle. So it looks like Bristle's going to be a really tanky frontliner for them. Does that mean they're just going to go for someone who could be quite squishy, heaps of damage for the last two picks?
They picked up this Bristol in the previous series, right?
Yeah, was that also against the Spectre?
It was against Spectre, but Nyx Assassin makes this a whole lot more difficult because he's just going to keep mana burning you, and Bristol without mana is not really a threat. I don't like this matchup, like, at all.
Just because they're picking the Bristle into the Nyx Assassin?
Yeah, like, the Carapace is obviously super easy because there's going to be Quill Sprays all the time, and just in this mid-late game scenario, Bristol is so mana dependent once you have this Aghanim Scepter for your Goose, that if you get mana burned 2 or 3 times, you're suddenly just out of mana, and you can't keep up your Warpath stacks. It's a tough matchup.
Even though the Bristle's paired with the Lion.
Yeah, you got the mana bot.
He's going to give him mana back?
Yeah, I was going to say, is it enough to counteract what Nyx can possibly do to him in terms of mana burn?
Good question.
Sure. It actually is legit.
It sounds strong on paper. It's just you're kind of standing still while like a Spectre Haunt is probably hitting you.
Yeah, you're magic immune. I mean, the Spectre. Yeah, you can't do it during the Spectre Haunt, and Spectre's gonna bash you. But it's definitely when it's great because Bristle can get mana burn a few times, then you disengage, and you have a way to just refill his mana pool to go back in. But I think Boom is more focused on the early to mid game timings when it comes to this Bristle versus Spectre matchup in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I mean, last game they put on the pressure a lot with it, right? And they picked Doom against the Spectre as well. This time around, they won't have that easy solution to the Spectre. Have to think of something else.
Alrighty, the Oracle's coming out. We've only ever seen Oracle one other time. It's evading my brain as to where we saw it. But do you like the Oracle pairing as the other support? Like?
I mean, Oracle Nyx is pretty good.
Do you see a reason for it, I guess, is what I'm asking.
I mean, it's just to secure the Spectre lane, right? And be able to save the Leshrac in team fights. Because Leshrac's only problem is health. Like, if you can run in and survive a long time, you're going to deal a lot of damage, just by the nature of the hero. And he's going to secure the lane for Spectre because you can purge off the Phoenix Fire Spirits. It's a decent matchup against Phoenix.
Alrighty. Then Templar Assassin over on Boom. There's nothing too much crazy going on with that one. But it makes me question, what is Execration going to pick as their last one then, right? Because you say that health is a bit of an issue on Lesh. I know that Spectre can become quite tanky, but do they want a dedicated sort of really tanky frontliner, or are they also going to go for... Because they ban out the Tide, right? So maybe they don't want to. That's normally what your first thought would be if they want someone really tanky to frontline. But do they want to go for someone that's... I don't even know.
Maybe they want like an Ember type. I mean, the Ember versus TA matchup was good last game, and they may feel like that's the answer here because the other two TA counters get banned. Batrider gets same story as last game. Pick TA, ban Batrider. They also banned Husker. A Husker Oracle cheese. Husker mid can also, at least traditionally, do very well against TA. So I think Ember mid makes most sense to me.
Ember is good, but this time around they actually have a Lion to deal with it, so it's not as free as last game. But what is Boom looking for here? As a last pick, they could potentially do offlane Phoenix. I know FBZ likes that quite a bit, but typically it's Hyde playing it.
Yeah, I like the Centaur just for the Stampede disengage against the Haunt.
Centaur?
Like we saw what Centaur could do when it was a game against Spectre and something else. But Kunkka.
Okay, I mean, I like Kunkka. Gives a lot of survivability to especially the TA, and in a way, Kunkka Bolt kind of cancels out Haunt, right? Razor. Okay. So Razor against TA? No, it's offlane Razor, right?
I think it's mid. I think offlane Lesh, right? We'll see. Yeah,
probably offlane Lesh.
Were you casting with me the game we had the Razor versus TA? Maybe that was Ponlo.
It was not me. How did that go?
I think it was Ponlo.
Yeah, so Razor, you know, at maybe 5 minutes in was up 10, 15 CS, and then 5 minutes later, TA's top net worth and like 1.5k net worth ahead of Razor. So
yeah, it sounds about how the matchup goes. Like you lose the lane obviously because of static link, but you can't farm nearly as fast as TA.
Yeah.
Like the only way to really pressure him is if you can sort of get a deep ward in early with your supports, and you just keep following him as the Razor. Once you have your ultimate up and just try to kill him. Because the farm battle you're always gonna lose. And it doesn't really answer the Bristleback at all. Like Bristleback with the Warpath gets more than enough damage to hit through the link.
I'll ask the question then, what is Execration's win condition? How are they going to take this one off of Boom to give themselves a chance to stay in the qualifiers?
oh, it feels like just getting Spectre fat and going like late game with, you know, 6-slotted Spectre. We're gonna need to see some kind of,
game.
you know, Mantis Guardi Abyssal Spectre. Like that to me, that item timing is where they can fight, or they need to crush the lanes. But I don't think no one's winning lanes and winning the game off laning stages anymore.
Yeah.
No.
I just feel like they have to make absolutely sure that Lashak gets off to a good start. He's the only one that can push towers this game. Like if he's sacked in any way, they're gonna have a really hard time transitioning into this mid game because they're gonna lose all map control. Maybe Boom will even sort of try lane there, just to shut down the Lashak completely.
It sounds like you guys are a little bit more in favor of the Boom Esports lineup here. It sounds like there's a lot more ways in which they can execute this one, whether they want to go with that early game aggression or if they're thinking of going for the late game and just trying to do that coin flip that we do see a little bit in the late game, of being able to outfarm, outplay, and outscale Execration. But I will let you guys jump into game number 2, and we'll see at the end of it if we'll be going to a game number 3.
All right. Thank you, Nat. It's game number 2 here between Boom Esports and Execration. Execration have been slaying their way through this lower bracket, taking out SMG, taking out Neon, and all of their series, Black, have gone 3 games. So, you know, losing a game 1, they're okay with that.
They are, yeah. And I think usually it's them losing game 1, actually. I might just be making it up, but
it's been
for
50-50.
storyline purposes.
They twice they lost game 1 and twice they won it.
Okay, so whatever I just said. Thanks for making me look stupid, but I'm stupid anyway. Everybody knows that.
You're the one saying they weren't at the major, you know. I have to keep you in check.
I so forgot about that. I was thinking about season 1.
Yeah.
Real stupid. I felt bad.
I mean, you've been following these guys throughout the DPC. As we're going to follow them into a first blood here. They leave it for the mid. How the Spectre leaving it for the mid laner? Wow, what a bro.
But why did he skill Plasma Field? I feel like you need a static link level 1 especially.
Ooh, that's true. He's gonna. Yeah.
Are they gonna deal with it or not? Kind of hitting it a little bit.
Perhaps feeling like they needed the Plasma Slow to even get that kill, maybe. I didn't...
Yeah, potentially, but it might gimp his level 1, which is usually where TA is the weakest.
Yep.
But I don't think it's gonna impact anything much, so.
How many bounty runes can we get on the Execration side? Bristle's going to be zoned away from the top ones. Meanwhile, Helos on the Spectre is going for a little snipe.
Wait, Lion just lets him take it.
Yeah, he has Impale and everything. I guess maybe he thought there were more heroes there? Not sure.
Potentially.
Ooh.
But
and
one sentry gets the sentry and the D-ward. Nice.
Yeah, the sentry ward was blocking the small camp. So that observer ward kind of ends up in a bit of a unfortunate place because that's going to mean TA's small camp does get unblocked.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the Leshrac. That's the hero that has to have a good game on the Execration side. How do you see this lane going?
I think he will be fine here as long as he watches out for the potential of level 1 goo at level 2. Of course, they can really kill him easily with that. But he already has a magic wand, so he should be more than fine.
For a kill here. Top lane, bottom lane as well. They're looking for a kill.
Bristleback is taking a lot of damage, but so are they.
Yeah. Wanting the kill, not going to be able to get it. Seals the salve, and the first blood is at bottom lane where Aura goes down. Both top and bottom lane, a lot of aggression as early kills are attempted, and it's Boom.
One.
It's second, actually. There was that kill, of course.
Yeah. Tower level 1 is not something we usually see, but it's actually really value level 1. Good slow, good stun.
No level 2 on the Bristle. It's Phoenix who somehow hits level 2 first. I guess maybe leeching a bit more XP there. If Bristle's level 2, that could have been a kill.
That's from the D ward that he has gotten earlier.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, once this goo comes online, you have to be very careful here. We'll see if he even wants to skill it. Some people just don't skill it. They skill Bristol back. He's holding the skill point for now. Okay, skills. The defensive choice. Just wants to be able to sustain and farm here. Nothing wrong with that.
Dakota
the Spectre should get pressured a lot. Oh yeah, this matchup is not easy for TA. He will farm much faster once you go to the jungle.
He's probably wanting to head there as soon as possible. We'll see if Razor can stop this TA from getting a water rune. I think that really feels like what Yaoi's trying to do here is figure out which... He doesn't want to go to one too soon. He's hoping that he can maybe get both, but in the end, he has a creep wave on him and just will give the TA the bottom rune.
Yeah, I feel like you can never really get both. I tried so many times. Every time you just kind of do this zigzag walk, and so does he. And then you're like, okay. Take it.
Alright, well, both off lanes with these double stun lanes, the Impale into Split Earth and the Earth Spike into Torrent, finding a lot of aggression and, well, an early kill bottom and several almost kills top.
Yeah, Kunkka needs to go contest this small camp though, like he needs to clear that one. There's already a whole wave denied and potentially another whole wave denied now if he doesn't go there soon. Yeah. Pretty big misplay by the Kunkka, I'd say. I know, he's making his way over. Oracle has to be careful. No Torrent, though. He misses too.
Perhaps feeling like he didn't want to go make that play while Lion was in the lane. Lion has been stacking a lot. There is triple stack of Ancients, triple stack of the big camp. This TA has a lot of farm waiting for her once she leaves this mid lane.
Yeah, it's not the easiest to farm pre-6. Like the slow of the traps really helps clearing Ancient stacks especially. But he might be forced out here. This matchup is terrible.
Yeah, with 2 static link now.
Sitting at 23 damage. If you can last it with that, you're probably a god.
It's like I remember there used to be a Techies mid last hit challenge where you just go into an empty lobby and try and get perfect CS on Techies mid.
Yep, never happened.
I remember trying it like 20 times and it's just impossible.
Yeah.
I think they gave Techies more base damage since then.
They did, yeah. Also a little bit better attack projectile. I tried it like, bot lane. Spectre.
Kill, they get the Torrent. And Spectre gonna go down to a couple more right clicks. They've got the damage. And over at mid, they stopped TA from getting the bottle refill. They had the support rotation from the Nyx Assassin, helping get both water runes to the side of Execration.
He's still farming relatively okay though. Only, well, I say only 600 net worth behind the Razor, but of course courtesy to that first blood.
Primastel, he's getting some good quill damage out. He pops the wands, and a Carapace onto that gets a little mini stun, and they get a kill there. BDZ is like, I feel like every time I look, he's hitting an Impale. He's hit like 5 Impales so far.
Yeah, it's gotten a little bit easier, of course, with the animation and everything, but it's still not an easy spell to land.
I like it. Using the Purifying Flames bottom just to deny range creeps. They're spamming it.
Too, I hate that.
It's so cheesy. Level 2 Purifying Flames game to deny range. It's so cheesy.
That's why I sometimes play Oracle middle just to tilt the enemy. Very fun.
Yeah. I used to play offline Oracle. Like as soon as you hit level 3, I just go back to like my tier 2 tower and just deny every range creep.
Talos again?
This is terrible if he dies again. BDZ TPs to try and salvage this one, which will keep Palos alive. He's got a salve as well. Leaves Leshrac alone, which isn't a problem for now. Phoenix, perhaps recognizing weakness, may come back. Hits a
level 3
Split Earth top. Nico, is he going to get this solo kill? Phoenix is in the neighborhood though, and I think Nico has to respect the Phoenix's presence here. But with the dive in and fire spirits, this could be bad for Nico. He's got 1 charges to kind of fall back on.
I really feel though, it's like 1 level of goo would be so good here. Lion falls bottom to the tri-lane. But still, Spectre is getting pressured a ton.
Oh, rune spawning bottom. Yaoi making sure the TA doesn't get it. Good job stopping Mikoto from getting any runes so far. As that's a double bounty rune. I don't think BDZ realized there were 2 here. Oh, he's leaving 1 for Yaoi. No, he's going to take both. Double bounty rune at these Ancients. Yep, and they're coming in to steal the neutral stack. Yeah. sure TA can do anything. Without the runes, yeah, TA just doesn't have the mana to kind of come and play around this. And Yowie with the early Eye of the Storm, farming it up. Gets hit by a Torrent, though. And they rotate and make a play here. They're bringing in more. Makoto's coming in with KezQ. Boom, want to protect this, but FBZ already getting low. Doesn't have his level 6 yet. The Sunray trying to help him out, but nice Carapace going to cancel that one quickly. BDZ on the run. 1 or 2 more right clicks. Not going to be enough with the Sig charges. The trap slow is there, and Makoto will finish him off.
Interesting rotations. Kind of just feels like they went in there to prevent something that was already done and then lost a couple of heroes in the process. Not really worth it here. Kunkka rotating before level 6. Slowing down his own game by quite a bit. And he has Water Park queued up. I like that.
Right.
Have you seen the Kunkka axe? It's so fun.
Yeah. It's
together with the shot
it's
also.
Definitely fun to play too. Yeah.
Oh, he caught him with the Torrent!
Okay. Torrent in the boat. The Fob is there. They've got a Hex now as well. They X him to kind of pull him back so they don't have to go all-out chase. They pull him back in. The Dagger's not going to do anything. And that's another death on Palos. Kodo in the jungle, meanwhile, in some trouble, though. So, Boom, while they're having a great time bottom lane, TA's game... This is very different to the last TA versus Razor. They're doing much better with the Razor this time, shutting down the TA's ability to farm the jungle. Makoto got greedy. He came back in. He doesn't have anything to get away. Razor caught him with the max plasma field. I think not expecting that kind of damage to come in with the slow.
Yeah, Makoto kind of baited himself in the haunt for the top lane.
Top.
There's a lot of cool damage. He has to be careful.
Salvage's game, and yeah, Dreamer Cell with the level 4 quills. He ends up just using that haunt more as a TP to get to the top lane.
Yeah, Spectre has a Silver Edge queued up right now. I don't think he's gonna build into that. It would be funny if he just builds first item Silver Edge. What a Spectre.
Probably not.
Probably not. Blade Mail is decent since it gives you armor, but it's not the greatest here. Because Bristol and TA don't really care about the effect of it. It's not easy to itemize.
Yeah, we're seeing this Echo Saber as an alternative to the Blade Mail as like a farming item.
Yeah, but even Echo Saber doesn't strike me as super great. Because you're not really playing to invade this time around.
Bristle. This Yowie Razor has been beasting through this game. He's everywhere. We've seen him mid, we've seen him at the enemy neutral stacks, we've seen him top now, and he's getting these kills on core heroes.
Yeah. He's definitely doing way more than most Razors would at this point in the game.
He's killed each enemy core hero once. You can see that in the top right. He killed all 3, and right now, down in the bottom lane, Boom just trying to make, you know, themselves welcome in the enemy jungle, but not really getting the same kind of farm as Execration have been.
Yeah, he just finished his Yule Scepter as well on Razor. So he has a way to cancel TPs, potentially set up some offensive impales for the next assassin. But yeah, so far the Bristol's game is not good at all. Usually we see Bristol at the top of the net worth, as a lane dominance hero. Yeah. Not at all this game.
Not usually a hero you think of doing well when you're playing from behind.
Right.
BDZ.
No sentry on Lion, and you're dead.
Dodges the Earth Spike, but does perhaps help FBZ get out of there, but these are everywhere on this map. That Yule's coming out.
Has a DD bottled on TA though? Could potentially be a fight changer. Because DD this early on with level 1 melt is a ton of damage. Back. What's he going for? Eternal Shroud. Yeah, he also recognized that he's gonna have mana problems and builds into the item that gives him mana back. I like that choice quite a bit. Okay.
We'll see what the next move from these two teams is going to be. It looks like they want to use this E to start taking some towers on objective. Nico comes to the mid lane.
He has a mech.
Kind of tanky, but is he tanky enough? The Torrent into the Earth Spike, but the Oracle just sitting behind, waiting patiently with this false promise. We'll end up throwing it out just to be on the safe side. should still be okay here. Has the one charges if he really wants to, but yeah, he gets full healed. Now running in is the Razor with the static link. The Haunt coming into play as well. They're going to throw out the egg. I think that needs to be the target. Palos getting so low. The Spectre is just melting. The egg perfectly placed on the low ground there. They kill off 3. And it's Boom with a double damage TA. Completely catching Execration out off of a huge team fight. The Kunkka, the boat plus the egg. Everything coming into play there.
What a combination it was. Everybody wanted to hit the egg, but the boat just slides through, and everybody has to scramble to not get hit by it. They get hit by it anyways. And this TA is just free to keep right-clicking the entire fight. 3k gold lead suddenly, from an even game to Bristleback just being like top 4 net worth suddenly. He was bottom 6, or rather top 6. Look at it that way.
Bottom 5 maybe, I think, right?
Yeah. Bottom 5, that's right.
Yeah. Well, here come Execration. As soon as they lose a fight, they know some of those, well, the big ultimate, the Supernova's on cooldown, so they want to smoke up and see what they can get. It's the Bristle, maybe not the best target to catch here.
I think they're in range with the Carapace.
They're channeling slow. Have they got the damage for this? They're hitting him from the front with the Razor, but he's still very tanky. Looks like he may go down without the boat. They needed the run there. It was only a couple of seconds away. If they had the ghost ship, they maybe would have been able to turn that one.
Yeah, Dreamos has been getting caught out quite a bit here. 3rd death to his name. Not playing very carefully. Leaving most of the good farm to the TA as well. Yeah, scouting out the Kunkka.
Feels like that's the game plan when they pick the TA made with Bristles. That TA is more the carry. Lion gets picked off. They go for the ghost ship on the Nyx, but no follow-up.
Take that. Vector did go for
would
the
you say that's
Saber.
Yeah. Would you say it's the right call to give TA more of the farm than the Bristle as far as going into late game goes?
It's hard to say because his early game was so bad. Like in a normal game, where Bristol is a top net worth, I think it's the right call to make. It's just this time around, he's your frontliner that's being a little bit sacked. I mean, he's still farming decently. It's just he's nowhere near where he wanted to be. And they also recognize that, so now he got the Ancient stack instead.
Yeah. Yeah, after that recent death. Dream himself. Trying to turn his game around. Force the Leshrac to TP out of this bottom lane, and we'll see if Execration are able to make any more moves towards this mid-tier 1. They've lost their own mid-tower, so definitely an objective they'd like to take. It feels like despite having the Leshrac, they haven't been able to take too many objectives early on here.
Yeah, looking for the mid-tower once more, but they're already setting up for the defense. We have seen how overwhelming the teamfight is.
Yeah, you see a team fight like that and you're thinking they probably don't want to come back until they have at least like one BKB on Razor, for example. Oh,
but here's the problem.
Not again. Oh, he tried to Carapace the Quill. Oh. Said goes for the Vendetta Impale, but doesn't land it.
Yeah, just didn't quill at all, huh? The real problem here is for the Radiant side, though. They have Razor and Spectre, two cores who don't farm fast at all. Like, it's a very interesting core combination because they just can't farm the Ancients efficiently or any jungle stacks efficiently. And you can just see the gold lead is steadily increasing because Boom is just farming much more efficiently around the map.
Boom happy to play that farm game for now. But imagine they'll look to hit some item timings and then probably just force objectives like Roshan.
Yep.
They've got the TA Deso already.
Yeah, he's massive. Got the X mark, but no real follow-up there. And Kunkka went team mode, I like it. 4-step. Cell again, but this time a little bit too tanky.
They're ready for him and they're forcing in, looking for that X pullback. Yowie's got to be careful. Ooh. Get caught by the X.
Yeah, they're just itemizing into a lot of 4-staffs / Hurricane Pikes just to get away from the Razor. It's a very good item build. Also just to save people from the Nyx assassin setup. Because a split Earth follow-up is going to come inevitably. Just 4-staff him out of it. It's a very good tool.
Woke up. Coming from Boom Esports. They want to try and take a fight. Yowie, he'd be a great pickup, but he's playing it so safe. He knows what's coming, it seems. Ed Boom may just have to go for something like force Roshan here. That may be, if they want to fight, that's one way to go about it. But in the mid lane, they catch Yawi. Pre-BKB, they get him with the Hex, the follow-up. Should be coming with the Impale. The Earth Spike is there. Dreamers on the front lines. They get the Supernova out. The Impale from the Nyx Assassin is good to stop them from chasing too much further. The Yules on Yawi stops him getting from X back, and he actually manages to get out of there with all his movement speed. Good disengage from Execration. They did have to buy back on the Oracle, but not too bad for them.
Yeah, these early buybacks are a lot more painful though, because it adds like 24 seconds to your respawn timer. Next time Oracle dies, he's gonna be dead for like a good 50-60 seconds. And it was a very fast blink. Well, not super fast, but I don't think they expected it at all. 1500 gold ahead of the +4 Nyx Assassin.
Right. Finding a lot of farm on this game. And around going to be Execration, making their move. They smoke up towards the mid lane. They get the Carapace on the Mikoto, but it looks like he's still going to be able to get back to safety, even with the root up. Palos goes charging in. The Spectre maybe a little bit too far in. Instead, it's the Razor who's getting brought very low by the Bristleback, but the Oracle is there with the save, so Razor holding his own on the back line. It's a great multi-hero stun. The Impale BDZ making the plays to win the fight for Execration. Boom. Just with FBZ left standing. Gonna see their tier 1 mid-tower claim. Great play. Great job getting the backlines from BDZ.
Yeah, that was like a 3-man Impale. Absolutely just won in the team fight. If that doesn't happen, they potentially lose a couple of heroes. It's a 4-0. Well, it's not a team wipe, but you can pretty much call it that. FBZ the only one straggling away.
Looks like they do a really good job just kind of like kiting Boom in, like with that Razor. Oh, he's low, but the Oracle just not rushing into that false promise. I've been very impressed with RR and just his patience in these fights.
Yeah, definitely doesn't overreact, which is something you can do very easily as an Oracle. Like, oh, he's getting low, I need to save him right now. But he knows his limits very well. And now that's a BKB finished on Razor. This is next power spike. Gold lead in favor of Execration. There was a 4k gold swing.
Well, they walked right into the Roshan pit. The big problem with that last fight was the lack of Supernova, and I think this is Boom's way of saying, well, we can just force a fight here. You get scouted out with the dagger. Spectre trying to focus nose in. In comes the Razor with the BKB, just charges in with the static link. That's TA's damage gone. Mikoto doesn't have the force staff to get away from this one just yet, but both teams are going to be forced to disengage. The Supernova helping Boom out. They've maybe got to wait for that static link to wear off, though. Do Execration go into the pit? No more Supernova now. Grimace on the Bristle on the front lines. Both poking and prodding. The Carapace is there. They're trying to get a stun out onto the Bristleback. Mikoto poking around this Roshan pit. The Spectre in some trouble. The Finger of Death is not enough. Palos, he goes down. They've got the Spectre. Dreamers on the Roshan pit. They want the Aegis. Who's going to get it? The Roche collapse. It finishes off the Bristleback. FBC, he wants it now. And it's going to be Nico on the Razor. 4 heroes fighting over the Aegis. And it goes the way of Execration. The fight not done, though. The false promise. Is it going to save the Leshrac? A couple of right clicks from the TA. Get him still down low. Nice 2-man Impale from Hyde. The Earth Spike absolutely wrecking them. Hyde showing he can do what Nyx does just as well. As now the respawn going to come in from the Lesh. Can they get a second kill here? The Sunray flying over, catching up both these heroes, and it's going to be a second kill onto Nico to complete the team where they need RR, who's going for a TP out, and Hyde does not have the spike. Oopsie. That's cute. I'm sure they're having a laugh about that one. You've got to find a way to laugh, even in this most tense situation, when he gives a tip to his buddy for standing in the Edict.
He was, yeah. He had 800 health and took it the entire time until death. And they kept pinging him. He's probably like, what am I doing? What? Why are you pinging me, guys?
I mean, he won that team fight with that Earth Spike at the end, that 2-man Earth Spike, so I'm sure there's, you know, they don't mind too much.
Oh, no. The Roshan kill, unfortunately for Boom, went to the Radiant side, but was a very big team fight victory. And it was the freshly BKB, picked up BKB as well, from the Razor. He just couldn't fight at all. He ran close to the TA, but he just stood his ground and hit him back.
Yep. Stole all the damage. The Supernova seemed to be the thing that once that went down in the pit, they don't have good heroes to kill that. None of their heroes hit egg well. So they have to disengage from Road.
Level 2 egg.
Yeah.
2 additional hits, a bunch more damage. But the really big problem there was that the Spectre just ran in and kind of died to the Impale Finger combination. Like, Oracle was not ready at all to help him there.
And this feels like a big item pickup for TA, completing the Hurricane Pike. If Mikoto had that last fight, could have broken that static link a whole lot faster.
True. However, when Razor is BKB'd, you can't use it on him, so it's only half as efficient.
That's right.
But it's still better than nothing, of course. And you have another Force Def also on the Kanka, so they should be able to break anything.
Hooked up, Nick's been dead in the front lines. A lot of sentry wards littering the map, though. Gonna be hard to find that pick, perhaps. Hide on the high ground. He's gonna be the one who scouts up BDZ. He sees it. He gets the Hex off before Nyx can Carapace. The follow-up Impale is there, but they do get the Fate's Edict off. Nyx's magic damage being blocked there.
It's a good egg.
On the backlines. Nice egg. Have they got the right clicks to do it? They're trying to bring it down. Even the Spectre coming over. Everybody committing to it. The Spectre helping bring down the egg, and boom, gonna have to just disengage, it looks like, but they're being chased. Tied away from the Kunkka, going for the shard here. That's going to help them out as Mikoto finishes off the Oracle. They don't have to worry about that pesky support. Next in line's the Razor. This TA well and truly online now. These Melt Strikes are absolutely ripping them. As TA has been disarmed now, in some trouble as the Impale comes out from the Nyx Assassin. The Dust is there as well. Nice pike from Mikoto to disengage. Gets the Refraction now as well. He's being dusted though, so he's got to keep running. He's trying to wait for that dust to wear off. Gets back to the low ground, and it looks like he's going to be okay.
They got the X mark.
Oh, they've got Palos. Tidal Wave as well. Yeah, push him to the high ground, or maybe it was just the dagger, and they've got a TA trap to slow him down further. Mikoto just trying to play it safe, doesn't want to get too close.
The
dispersion damage. There's the Melt Striker with the Sunray. They get the kill. Spectre dead. Boom with another big teamfight win.
Man, this combination is so deadly. This TA plus Bristleback. Wherever they focus, there's just so much overwhelming physical damage. They just explode. Did you see the Razor? He had half health, 2 Goose Decks, 1 Melt Strike, exploded. Just gone.
This Razor, I feel like, has a sound queued up, but just need like a plate mail or anything.
He needs a plate mail, 100%.
Yeah.
How does it help now? Because Bristleback finishes Aghanim's, and we've seen how strong that is. 900 AoE, you just goo everybody. When do you think they're going to nerf that radius anyway? That's 900 is a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot, but at least Bristle as a hero has felt like, you know, it's not like being picked and feeling OP in these games. Mikoto mid is the Hurricane Pike away. Yep. I think they'll be happy just with the reset here. Mikoto a bit low in health and mana. Haste from bottom. Whoa, Yowie. Got a bit scared there. Wanted to get the rune and perhaps felt like Lime was about to do something nefarious, but he does have an Oracle on his team, so a bit trigger happy.
Yeah, nerves definitely coming into play. I mean, this is their last chance this game, right? They lost their 1 life they had. Now it's do or die.
Okay. Perhaps they're going to be looking to Palos. His late game Spectre item timings. He has not been getting the farm he'd perhaps like, but you know, the expectation is not that he should keep up with the TA, so still sitting on a at least respectable net worth.
Just one more thing we didn't mention before this Echo Saber. It's actually one of the better ways for them to kill this Phoenix Egg. They don't have anything. So this double hit makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Oh, Spectre. You see him. This might be an even bigger kill to get the Oracle.
They lost. Some trouble here. They get the Hex off. It's Leshrac who breaks the smoke. First Spike going to come in. Ara's being zoned away. The Bristles found the Oracle, trying to keep him at bay. As Yowie on the Razor for the front line as well. The Leshrac could be in some trouble. BDZ on the Nyx Assassin doesn't have the Carapace to stop the Sunray. This Sunray causing all kinds of problems. They're going to force a buyback here. The egg being used, and immediately Execration just say, let's get the hell out of here. They X back in the Nyx Assassin. Do they want to force this fight? They force out a false promise on the Nyx. That means they don't have to be as the other heroes. TA just Meld Strike in the Razor. The Razor, even in BKB statically, has to just run away. Now he goes for the TP out. He does successfully get out of there, but you can see how strong and scary this TA is. Lost 121 damage, but was still beating the Razor in a right-click battle.
As we said, overwhelming physical damage is too much to handle for them. And now Razor is going into the plate mail. Shiva's guard, but might be a little late.
Yeah. Still, not an overwhelming lead. It does feel like, you know, at least to me, you know, Spectre, biggest late game, one of the biggest late game cards in Dota, is their answers for a really farm Spectre on the boom side, do you feel, Black?
Sort of. Simply because this goo, once your Manta Style is on cooldown, you're not gonna build BKB on Spectre. Maybe you find a flicker, that would be the best case scenario, but if you can't dispel this goo, it stacks up to 8 times. That is over 30 armor reduction. And you are going to die, whether you're a Spectre or not. Like, he needs to be able to dispel this consistently. Maybe his teammates need to do it for him, but he can't get good up too much.
I see the Oracle. The Observer one hide. What a play from him. That's going to be a great initiation. BTC runs and looking for the counterplay. Gets off nice 2-hero Impale. Yawi holding onto the static link for now. Finds FBZ, who forced us out of there. They trade supports for now. Hide on the run. Gets another Earthspike out, but gets BKB by Yawi.
Is he dead?
Get the kill on the Razor. Kodo, meanwhile, takes out the Nyx. He wants Yawi next. He gets the X. The BKB wore off. Oh no. Razor's coming
he
back.
used himself too early.
Oh.
Of course, it's a little bit of a mind game, but...
Yeah.
He expected him to pull him back right away, but he didn't. 0.3 seconds too early.
What a player.
Yeah.
He read the situation and won the mental battle there.
What would you have done there, you think?
I would insta-heals, because I guess I mean, the expectation is generally that as soon as you TP out, they're going to pull you back right away, so...
Yeah. No, I meant as Kanka, actually. Would you have pulled him back right away? I feel like I would have.
Oh, for sure. I'm a pleb.
I mean, even if you're not a pleb, it's just like kind of muscle memory, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's your instinct. Yeah, and you're not thinking about the Yules because you're like, okay, we just had to fight. The Yules is maybe on cooldown or something, but...
This fight was hard, but look at TA. He found an enchanted quiver and he bought a Crystallis. Like, his damage output is going to be through the roof. It already was. Now it's just going to be absurd.
Static Link does not cut it anymore.
No. He's literally going to hit you from the full screen with all the attack range. How much attack range does he have now? So he's sitting at 890 plus the 400 bonus range from the quiver. That is a lot of range.
Over 1,000 attack range for the quiver hit.
Yeah, what is that? 1290? That's more than a sniper. And of course, all the bonus damage. If that one crits, it might honestly just one-shot the Oracle.
This Oracle. And unfortunately, they had that lane ward top allowing them to CRR and take that fight. Now with second Roshan coming up.
They have no Bristol there, where's Remocell? I feel like as though if he's there, his Rosh is gone almost immediately. So much minus armor.
He wants to finish a BKB before this Roshan fight, so maybe he's telling his teammates just chill for now. Just, you know, keep traps in the pit. Don't let them get Rosh. But if I can finish this BKB, this Rosh fight is going to be really easy for us. And now he's got the money for it.
Yep, it's going to be really tough to fight. We also have the water park online. So once these BKBs expire, even Spectre is going to have a hard time fighting in that one.
Yep. Yeah, he's got the full water kit with the shard as well as the scepter.
And did he skill the torrent duration? Of course he did. Going for the full toxic build. It's a good stun. It's 2 second stun duration per torrent. Look at this minus armor on Roshan, minus 25.
Radiant seemed to be
Double damage.
To test it, but they just didn't realize how fast it's going to die. Whoa! He snatches it! Palos! He goes in with the horn! He got the Aegis! They didn't pick it up quick enough! And now the Razor's in there with the Static Link taking a lot of damage from Dreamcell. Razor in some trouble though. The TA, he's going to jump out of these duels and then a couple more right quick. He gets bailed out by the False Promise. Ara needs to be careful. Makoto in the front lines being silenced up. The Spectre doing a lot here with this Skadi pickup. Makoto teases, doesn't get the full heal from it. And now here comes the Waterworks as Dreamcell shows up as well with the Quills. They take out the Razor. No more False Promise. A team wipe as they looking for that second kill on the Spectre. Has a Manta, but there's no way out.
He is not tanky at all. What? I thought he was going to live way longer. Yeah. He has 3k health.
That TA, 7k damage in that fight. Kunkka with half that, with all the waterworks flying around, the tidal waves, the torrents. I mean, and Black, you know what's cooking, man.
What is cooking? Oh, Daedalus? Boom.
Right.
What are we doing about this TA?
I mean, this is sending a message for if Boom goes through to TNC as well as Fnatic, you have to respect this Mikoto TA. If they pick it and they're able to, I mean, he doesn't mind the Razor matchup. He'll play into the Ember. Whoa, Dreamacell.
Also, sorry for having brain delay. I was like, hey, what's cooking? Oh yeah, Boom.
So I was like, you said it 10 seconds later. I was like, was that in response now? I was like,
now I was thinking about it. Why did he say that? Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. You know, it's been a long day. We're like 14 hours into the day. We've had some long, crazy Dota, so you know, I'll forgive you for that one.
Yeah, but Boom is trying to put the average game time down by, I don't know, what, 2 minutes?
Yeah. These 40-minute wins they're showing SEA teams how it's done. With
yeah,
quick
this
games.
is how you play aggro Dota. But yeah, this core combination, you have to be really wary of that in the future, I feel like. TA, Bristleback, scary stuff.
You need to just farm up one or two more items.
No, he's gonna be critting for so much.
Yeah, that's
level 25 TA. Minute 32.
It's the bonus refraction. Yeah, he shows himself on the outpost.
All right. Who is his next victim?
Find that one out. He's looking for that Oracle, probably.
Phoenix.
Strike. Strike. I'm sorry. Haunt.
He got the egg
throwing out the egg. Ooh, he gets out in time on a sliver of health. Pelosi gets caught in the torrent as well. He can't move. He's just bouncing up and down like a ping pong ball. Palos is just trapped. Gets away from the Sunray, but there's a Hex there waiting for him. He is just burning. He goes down. Meanwhile, on the back lines, it's Mikoto and Dreamacell cleaning up the Razor as well as Nyx Assassin.
Man, that was a, what, 40 HP egg. It was all enabled by the tidal wave, I believe, that came through and pushed away the Spectre from the Phoenix. It's such a good shard.
Glimmer of hope. Look at this Bristle. Dreamacell's just running down mid. He's putting a flag in the base. I love it. He says pizza. It's pizza party time, Execration. If you guys are getting knocked out, you know what comes next.
Nico, get ready.
Oh. Somebody call Domino's.
Is that your favorite
pizza? Looking for that kill. It's a pizza, you know. We're not sponsored by any pizza. If you're out there, Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, whoever you are, we'll happily bring you onto the BTS broadcast.
Yeah, I'll eat one as well. Thank you.
Yeah. It's 9 in the morning. Go for a pizza. Boom. They're hungry too. They're hungry for some more kills. They take out the Nyx Assassin. They're breaking this high ground. Nico in the front lines. He's tanky, but not tanky enough. He pulled back in by the tidal wave.
Yeah, look at the Bristol. 120 damage drained, but still 400 damage. Can't kill this guy.
I mean, his damage is, and his impact is from all these spells as well. The AoE goos, the quills. They're taking out the rack.
Nico,
multiple buybacks. Oh god, that one quiver hit. The quiver meld. Nico, he just bought back. He pumps a Ghost Scepter on the front lanes. He's trying to bait them in. Here comes the Razor. Looking for a target. He's static looking, but he's just forced to run. That's the false promise already. They've used everything in their kit and they have absolutely nothing left in the tank. They're going down. Palos is perhaps the last hope for them, but another tidal wave coming in, pulling them back. And the Samurai going to burn Yaoi back to the base. It's GG. Execration are not going to be going to TI10. Boom Esports. They're through to the final day of these Southeast Asia TI qualifiers. A rematch against TNC Black.
Yeah, very well deserved as well. The last matchup against TNC was very close. So they're definitely looking to clutch it out this time around. But yeah, Execration, you gotta be feeling for them. Like, they came in as a dark horse. They beat a lot of teams. Even I thought they wouldn't. And they've done a commendable job. Hopefully, they keep staying together and growing together. The next DPC season should be just around the corner after TI. So just practice for that, because it looks like they have a good amount of potential.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is a team that snuck into the major with that third slot in Southeast Asia, took games off some of the best teams in the world there. And for the most part, it's a lot of newer players in the SEA scene. These are not big names. These are not veterans outside of maybe RR, who's been around since like the Dota 1 days in the Philippines. This is a newer, younger team really impressing here in the Southeast Asia region. So I totally agree. Hopefully we see them stick together, but we can talk a bit more about Execration as well as what's ahead for Boom as they do survive. We're going to go to a quick break and come back as we wrap up day 3 of the Southeast Asian TI10 qualifiers.